today's age, there's a lot of bad people out here, and I know from working the forest and responding to calls, this thing just kind of looks wild, don't it? It has a crazy look to it. And normally the raccoons is what you're going to find, and they are fun to watch, and they are goofy. A while back I was thinking I would love to have some kind of early warning system at camp that would record out here in the middle of nowhere. And I started researching one. I think I got one you'll like. Hi everybody, welcome to Trailhead Ops. I'm Tim. Today we're going to go over a system that I built here for my Jeep. And this is a system you can build too. It's really easy. This is the Reolink Argus, and I've converted that to work out here in the woods where I can use it anywhere that I have a signal for Starlink. So I'm pairing this system with Starlink, and this is a kind of a cool looking camera actually. And whenever I started doing this project, I had a couple requirements. I wanted it to have a panoramic view. So this camera is a panoramic camera, and I wanted it to be able to recharge on its own. Well, the camera comes with a solar panel and it's black. I even like that better. So whenever I have this out, I can have the solar panel out so it's staying charged. It's portable, so I can either mount it on top of my Jeep and put the camera up there, or I can move it somewhere else, or I can mount it more stealth where people can't see it and monitor my campsite. I started looking at lots of different mounting options, and I come up with this one being the best. This is just a tripod off Amazon, but the thing about this camera is it has the same kind of mount that all cameras have. So you can just screw this in here and it's gonna work. And now I have an option to where I can control the adjustable height, and I can put it anywhere. I can set it out this way, away from the camp, and it's gonna monitor people coming into the camp, so that's a really good feature. This thing just kind of looks wild, don't it? It has a crazy look to it. All right, and pairing this thing was easy. I'm gonna share my screen with you. All I have to do is go to the Reolink app, and inside the app, I have my driveway camera, and I push on it, and now we're seeing things. And you can see the panoramic view on how wide this actually goes. This camera is pointed this way. It's got part of my Jeep, and it's got all the way out there to the field. There, I'll put it that way. And it's got a lot of other features to it too. I can play back old dates, and I can go through, I've had it shut off, so I can go through and find what date I'm looking for. So there's all my old recordings saved for me. The other thing about it is, if with it being paired to my Starlink, it's gonna send me a Wi-Fi alerts as well, or if I'm over on normal cellular away from my Jeep, it's still gonna notify me by notification. And I can watch the video live from anywhere. I can adjust the volume so I can hear things on it I can adjust the volume and hear myself. So you're able to monitor noises around. You can hear any conversations, anything that's going on at your campsite as well. You can set off an alarm at it by holding down. So you have the option of doing that. You can also talk over it. So you can talk to somebody that's in your campsite and tell them to get away from your campsite, or whatever you want to do. You have those options to do. And all this was easy with just pairing it to my Starlink. And I have a video on how I do my Starlink. It's an earlier video, I'll link it. But with this video, I'll go through and I'll show you how you can set the Starlink up in your vehicle. And then as far as setting this up, you go to the Reolink app. You'll scan the QR code that's on the back of the camera. It walks you through the setup. And when it gets to the point of Wi-Fi, you just put in your Starlink's Wi-Fi and you're up and going. The other nice feature about it is night vision. I'll do a demonstration on that as well. 7 degrees outside. Let's go out and give it a test. So with Reolink, it makes it easy. If there's a little person, it's a person. If the symbol's a car, we'll have a little car there. And if it's a paw print, it will be an animal. So it tells you ahead of time what you've caught on video, so you can find it really fast. And if there's nothing there, it tells you there's nothing there. So you don't have to just look for nothing. And how about this dual battery system tonight? Starlink's on, it's got its de-icer mode activated, even though it never really melted the snow a lot, but the signal got through just fine. But I was impressed on how well the lithium batteries are holding up. Now here's a view from the roof of my business. I purchased this camera because I used to have 3 cameras tying up my system to get this same view. By using this type of a camera with the panoramic lens, it's basically one camera with 2 lenses, and it stretches it out to where you can see from one side to the other really well, but it doesn't give it a lot of distortion, which I like about that. And the other thing I like about it is just the crispness of the video that comes out of it, and the way that it picks up audio. It has a very sensitive mic, which I like that as well. But I'm very happy with this, and I'm going to continue to use this product. Why do we need a camera at camp? From being a former law enforcement officer who's worked out here in the National Forest before, but also being a CCW instructor, one of my biggest thought processes for why I want a camera out here is for documentation. Let's face it. If I got in a situation where an intruder came into my camp and I had to use force against them, this is going to give me a way to document the whole incident. With this, I can actually pull the tape back. We can use it in my defense, and that's just a better situation for me. The other reason would be campsite security. Somebody coming out here stealing your stuff. If you mounted the camera out to where it will monitor your whole campsite, you can stealth it, you can hide it to where it's not real visible, but yet it monitors everything. The good thing about this camera, everything's going up to the cloud is going to be stored, so you'll be able to retrieve that at a later date, and trust me, the local cops normally know who their crooks are. The biggest reason to me, and that's being able to give my side of the story. Today's age, there's a lot of bad people out here, and I know from working the forest and responding to calls, you can run across some bad actors. Now, luckily, it's not very often, and 9 times out of 10, everything's going to go fine. But if I do have someone that intrudes into my campsite and I have to use force against them because they attacked me, then it's nice to have my side of the story documented. And that's something that this is going to do for me. It's going to passively watch my campsite. If we do get engaged in a confrontation, it's all going to be documented to where I can use it at a later date in my defense. And my favorite reason for having a camera at camp, you get to see all the fun things that come in your camp. You get to see deer, raccoon, maybe a bear, whatever that is that might come in your camp at nighttime. And normally the raccoons is what you're going to find, and they are fun to watch and they are goofy. So having a camera like that is just neat because you can see that. Going out camping's fun. You're supposed to go out and enjoy yourself, have a good time. This isn't to scare you at all because most of the time you'll never have anything, or you may never have anything ever happen to you while you're out camping. These camp security videos is not to make you afraid. It's only to make you aware. Most people will never have a problem in their lifetime going out camping. But there are those bad actors you may run across. I just like a couple options just in case that happens. And I don't set up all these options every single time I go camping. And I'm not ever really paranoid or afraid while I'm out camping. I'm relaxed. That's the only reason I go out there. If I was afraid to go out there, I wouldn't go out in the first place. And the biggest thing you need to be aware of is just your gut. If you're out here, things don't feel right, go somewhere else. There's plenty of other places to go camping. It's not worth having to look over your shoulder and worry for the whole night. Go out and enjoy it, have a good time. That's what camping's intended to be. If you got any value out of this video, please like and subscribe. It really helps out my channel. And I really appreciate you guys watching. If you guys have any comments, leave them below. And I go into the comments and answer them. I'll also leave you a link to this camera below as well. And look forward to seeing the next video. Thank you for watching.